There's some cashew nuts, but like so few cashew nuts for one is yum. So I got some peanuts instead. I was worried my daughter might be allergic to peanuts because her grandma was giving her peanuts and her nose was bleeding. As soon as I noticed it, I said, "Don't give her any more peanuts." So she just started giving her cocaine. Nice girl, nice car. Lots of nice cars like this in Japan. But if you're in a serious accident, you're dead. Mm. Need a new toaster because I nearly destroyed mine. Set it on fire. I'll maybe get a smaller toaster and then just cook half of it at a time. I remember when we were on holiday in Hawaii, the self-contained unit. The pizza is so big. I think we bought Papa John's in the supermarket. It's quite nice, that. In Japan, they will pay 3,000 to 4,000 yen for a large pizza covered in mayonnaise. You don't see my invention. See these cones? What you do is you put a wheel so it sticks out about that much. So when you bump into it, instead of the car running over the cone and breaking it, it just shoves it away. Just had a bath. It's over there. You see? It's a yucky nickel shop. When I thought it was new, he says it's been there 6 years, but the problem is never always. He chooses when he opens, which is not very often. And I went in and sat at the door table, and then he just sat there all the time, talking, which was a little uncomfortable. Yours is Chinese, Japanese. Chinese, but born in Japan. All right, TB. That guy, just a customer of DMB. And this is the manager of the shop, the drugstore. They're the manager, but they have to do fucking everything. Fucking thing. You fucking bastard. Fucking thing. Can't do it. Yeah, one or two of the girls are quite friendly. Getting a little bit cold now. Big girl, yeah. This place here we're on now used to be a pachinko. Good. Sorted some things out. Took some rubbish away. saw some wire and some also stuff. Two different types of wire. Some condensers and some scrap. Some zapping. What's your job? I bought a pizza yesterday. They're very cheap. I think I might as well start making my own. You can go to Costco, get some cheddar cheese and just start making cheese toasties. You know, cheddar is one of the best, simplest dishes, isn't it? You know, whether it's cheddar cheese white or cheddar cheese red. It's great. I think it's better. I think it's better than beans on toast. Coconut. Forgot to put the switch on for the heater. Oh, I should do all those fucking bog rolls. Oh yeah, I made a video. I went to a place. I've been going there because it's a coffee shop. It's the closest coffee shop to the warehouse. And I've been going recently, just having a breakfast. But the breakfast will give you like an egg that you usually have with sushi shop, and the yogurt. But today I had fucking hell, she looks fit. She's a runner. Oh, that's just surprise. The big girl came out. She didn't buy anything. Must have been that dirty look I was giving her. Where did he go to? That's an interesting colour. It's all right, isn't it? I think that's a new, what do you call those hybrid cars? It's one of those. Can you still hear me, anyone? Can't even remember what you call them now. Can someone just say something? So now I'm still broadcasting. Thank you. TV disappeared. As the wedding season slowed down, some new people appeared over the last few days. Oh dear. The only other thing that I thought of doing was doing gay weddings, and me being a archbishop. I charge 100,000, and then just out and attend the party with the happy couple. Or dog weddings, pet weddings. Was that a private one? Did you get a boner when they kissed? Oh. I did one wedding, and I think he was gay, the guy. And when he kissed the bride, he like air kissed her. He didn't kiss her cheek. He just pretended to kiss her cheek. Oh, it's so fucking strange. Do you know anybody that's been arrested in England for saying something like that on a site? Puffs. If you were like a if you were from overseas and you didn't have an address in England and you started calling everybody a puff or gay boy or lesbo, it'd be hard for them to catch you, wouldn't it? There was something on that they said 3,500 people have been arrested for saying something, for using free speech. And I don't think it was necessarily racist. It was like something to do with transgender or homos or things like that. Yeah, well, I had it in my mind to go to Britain because even when I was in Hawaii, I got like fucking slagged a few times. Japanese saying bad things. And I just wondered, because they say it all the time, they just can't stop. And I just wondered if I was in England and someone said, oh, he's fucking fat or he's ugly or stupid, baka gaijin. And I just wondered if I called the police and I taped this, I taped them saying this, I just wonder if the police would take any action or just say, yeah, fuck off, you're white. Because white is best. What's TBC? What are you talking about? Come to Calcutta and say that. Have you heard that or something? Or are you just making a joke, or is someone actually tried it? Well, I did, like I did say that to a couple of coppers once, and then they said that, when people in Japan, Japanese say bad things to other Japanese. And I said, well, that's the fair point. But the reason they're saying it to me is because I'm not Japanese. It's because I'm white and beautiful, or a beautiful white, a beautiful off color, beautiful pink. I was once talking to this really cute Japanese girl in, I think it was Manchester Airport. I think we just landed or we were just setting off. And she said she lived in Brighton. And when she was waiting for a bus in Brighton, and a carload of guys went past and went, "Hey, Chinky," something like that. And so I says, "What did you do?" She went, "Oh, you can't see me." Okay. So I said to her, she said they shouted Chinky at her when she was stood at the bus stop. So I said, "What did you do?" She went. It was so funny. You know when they say people can't tell the difference between Chinese and Japanese and Korean, but like people can't even tell the difference between fucking Australians and Kiwis. I think they think that Kiwis or New Zealand is part of Australia. I think, to be fair though, when I was a teenager, I didn't know where fucking New Zealand was. But I did know about Rutherford. It takes you 3 days to get. Takes you 3 days to get back into it. To get attuned. I think my favourite saying from a Kiwi is "shit, yeah." I think I went 4 times, and I think altogether about 18 months. Their normal beer is shite. You have to put in Drambuie to fucking get a taste. But they have Steinlager, and that's not too. It's a bit more expensive, but that's not too bad. Steinlager. And the good thing is, if you go to Hawaii or LA, you can get Steinlager in a 20-ounce bottle. Yeah, there was a. I've just watched a little short video, and I think it was an American girl in Australia talking about. Apparently, in Australia, it's some kind of thing where they play football and have a drink of fizzy pop at the same time. And this was. And this American girl, she finished off the video. She finished off the video by saying like, "Oh, I love these little cunts." Apparently, it's a thing. Someone mentioned it in the comments, like fizzy pop and football. But I think they call it. Australians call it soccer, don't they? Because they were known as the Socceroos, or is that Kiwis? Did my parents? No, of course not. No, get a fucking smack. You daren't swear. There was one kid down the road called Stuart Ashton, and he used to swear. His dad was a long distance lorry driver, and he used to call his mother also, swear at his mother all the time. No, it's just I just swear a lot, that's all. A lot of people do. Yeah, he was a kid. Yeah, I think he shoved me down this hill. I was in hospital, very serious head injury. And it was that cunt. And of course, I don't remember at the time, but when you grow up, I realised what a cunt he was. And he probably did shove me down this fucking hill, split my head open. The only thing I remember about that incident is a guy that was carrying me in his arms to where I lived, and then they called the. Apparently, I was in hospital 6 weeks. And my grandma used to say, "You used to be so clever. Is that fucking bang on your head? Now you're gormless." My grandma was a cunt. Yeah, I've got a dent in my head. The back of my head somewhere. There's a fucking dent. But I knew someone like when my dad was going out with this woman, she had 6 kids and we had 4, and so we both grew up in this fucking knowledge of what it was like to have these cunts for parents. And he said he knew this Stuart Ashton, and even like a few years ago they were still playing football, and he says he's like he so he'd be like 60 years old, something like that, and he's like cried off, and he took his football on. So he hasn't changed. Yeah, well, we were embarrassed as well. We didn't think it was funny, and she couldn't control him. But the best way to control these kids is a massive fucking smack, without a doubt. Any child, if you don't do it, you're going to lose the kid and they're going to fuck your life over. Yeah, they might do. And then the coppers won't come around the second time because you fucking kill them. There's a video on the internet, and it's a made-up video, and it's where the police come round. It's in America, and the police come round to the house, and they say, "Can we see so and so? We got a phone call that you've been beating your son or something." And so the mum says, "I don't who got." Says, "Who called you?" And the little kid goes, "Me." And he goes, "Why?" She said, "Because she spanked me or something." And then the copper said to her, the copper said to the kid, "He says, if you ever call us again for your mum telling you what to do, I'll fucking take this belt off and I'll give it you." Which is, I don't know whether they could actually say that, but then they fucking sue the police. But it was a great idea. People are still fucking putting the alcohol on their hands at the shop door. No, I didn't get a clip of a copper, no. I'm not that old. I was in trouble a few times, but nothing for anything serious. Just I got they called the police because I went into Woolworths, and I forget what I think I took a pen or something like that. And when they emptied everything from my pockets, and every single thing had been stolen. Everything. But I think I did stop pinching after that. No, because it's very like stealing from a shop is very minor. But my granddad got sent to a reform school when he was 6. Different things. So that would have been like in 1919. They sent him. He was 6 years old. He was sent to reform school for 6 years. And his dad said he'd killed the copper when he got sentenced because he'd stolen someone's purse because he was a little thieving Irish bastard. So from both sides of the families, we've got thieves. Like I just said, he stole a purse. He were like the original Oliver Twist. No, I do. I do. If it's usually stuff that's outside and people that have that they don't use it. But don't forget, people steal from me as well, from my place. So no, but I don't steal from other people that are doing the same job. Well, not often, in any way. Yeah, like sometimes places have closed down or something like that. But I don't nick from. I mean, now and again I take something from a shop, but very rare. I like what they do in. Well, what they do. I've heard that what they do in England is that they get an avocado and say it's an onion. In the self checkout. But apart, there's a supermarket chain up north, and they're doing away with all the checkouts. They're going back to people. I just told you, didn't I? You asked that question at the beginning. Been sorting out some rubbish to take away, selling some materials, moving something from the warehouse to the house. How old are you? What's your job? What's your number? Cucumber. Well, I should say about 99%. Because there's so much fucking stuff. So inside I've got like 2 fridges, a board, some scaffolding, some wiring, some circuit boards. Do I own it? No. It used to be my wife's father's machine shop. I paid too much. I paid too much for rent. I paid too much in the first place because it was fucking empty. It was barren, so it wasn't. Well, I know this guy, and he bought a place in Torquay, which is down the track, and he paid 2 million for it. Old house, and he said the warehouse was like fairly new, and that's the type of thing that I wanted. But I've been looking at some, and they were just very, very old. What do you mean, does she collect the rent? think I'm going to check my eye. I haven't checked my eye in ages. It was a bit dodgy at one time. Still a bit dodgy. Well, generally my eyes are in good condition, but recently they've been getting a bit weaker because I can see. I don't need glasses, but now a little bit in the near distance, it's getting a bit blurry. I don't know what you mean by the wife collects the rent. We're separated. I always paid the rent. I haven't paid the rent on the warehouse for a long time because of the economy, so I didn't pay, and then he just told me to get out, and it just took a long time to get out. And last time I saw him, I offered to pay him something, and he refused. So I've just got to get empty. So he's going to sell it. He's going to sell the land. And so what they do, because it's girders, it's iron girders, and so once the price of steel is high, so I should imagine they've got, I don't know if there's 20 ton there, maybe more. It's a very high building, very long building. So I should admit it's 20 ton. So that should be like $1 million yen. No, I'm leaving. I want to get out. I wish it had been a lot sooner. I'm happy that it's going to be this week, I think, because all the big things have gone inside the warehouse. So, but it's cost me money because I've had to pay to throw some things away. Probably cost me 100,000 yen to pay for throwing things away. My plans for the future are to retire and then write songs on my piano and then hide. And then invite people to Japan when I get a new house. Check out Chopsticks on Piano by my name, Arrghgarry, and then type in Chopsticks on Piano. No, I need to practice and get better. Oh, excuse me. How was the house? Now I've got to clear that next. Started on it a little bit, but hopefully by the end of this week, start taking stuff to the recycle shop. Right, dude, I'm going to get off and think about whether I'm going to get some wine and a pizza or tomatoes on toast. or tomatoes on a pizza. Sayonara. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye. Take care. Nothing wrong with pineapple on pizza. You just come in at the last minute, but I'm off now, pal. Oh, Yasumi, Takanada Baba.